Project is a $400 million project which started about 6 years ago. And like you have mentioned, you have seen, it comprises of 3 factories. A sugar refinery, which is about 720,000 metric tons capacity per annum. Then a flour mill, a pasta mill, which is 500,000 tons capacity per annum. This sugar refinery has a dome, a storage dome of 60,000 storage capacity for raw sugar. The power plants, we have 3 sources of power here. We have the turbine, which is 10 megawatts. We have the gas generators, which is 12 megawatts. And then we have the diesel generators, which gives us 2 megawatts. That will give you a combined capacity of 24 megawatts.
So we're talking power plant, sugar plant, flour plant. It does look like a self-sufficient village within a country on its own. Speak to me on how each of these plants feed one another.
Yes, we import raw sugar, which goes into the dome. It is processed, packaged, and then to the market. We import raw wheat, which goes into the silos. The silo capacity is about 32,000 metric tons. Processed into flour, from flour to pasta. We also have the ceremonial line. The pasta lines are 5 lines. We have 2 down. We have 3 upstairs. Now, if you look at this location, it has 3 advantages, which will assist BUA to crash the price of the products that are going to be produced here. You can see the railway line is going to reduce our cost of transporting the finished products from here to all over the country. We have the sea. The terminal is just by the side of the entire plant. So ships will bring in our raw materials with conveyor belts. They are conveyed into to the silo or into the dome and then processed. Then we have the advantage of gas. You know, power is a big challenge in Nigeria. And because we are located in the Niger Delta, we have the advantage of using the local gas. Presently, the gas pipelines have already been powered by Oando, who is our technical partner. We have the gas turbine already installed. And the project is going to be commissioned this October. As I am speaking to you, a vessel with 28,120 metric tons of wheat is already at anchorage. It's going to bat on Sunday to discharge flour into the silos.
So we are still talking about importation of sugar and wheat at the time that the country is talking self-sufficiency and backward integration for some years now. Speak to me on, as far as BUA is concerned, what strategies it is deploying as part of helping the country achieve self-sufficiency in sugar production, wheat production, flour production, and as well as its backward integration policies.
Yeah, we have already keyed into the backward integration project of the federal government. We have acquired land in Lafia, again, Kwara State. We've also acquired in Basa, in the Kogi local government of Nigeria. The sugar plantation is already ongoing, generating employment. It's going to also give us the raw materials which will complement whatever we are importing from Brazil. As you are aware, when we started the cement business, that was how we started. We started by bagging. And from bagging, we keyed into the backward integration program of the federal government, and we were able to establish a brand new cement plant, 6 million tons capacity in Edo State. We have also expanded the Sokoto plant to 2 million metric tons per annum now. So the same thing we are doing with sugar, and we're also going to do with wheat. In the meantime, what we have started on the wheat is the outgrower scheme. You know, in the northern parts of Nigeria, especially in Kano, a lot of wheat is grown there. We are going to support the growers there through our outgrower scheme and get some of the raw materials to complement whatever we're importing.
So let's talk numbers now in a bit to look at how really this plant is impacting Nigeria's economy. I want the numbers in terms of power capacity, sugar capacity, flour capacity, if I could add that as well.
We have 24 megawatt power capacity to power this plant and also power the terminal. And we have 720,000 metric tons capacity for the sugar plant. The dome is 60,000 metric tons storage per capacity. The flours, the silos we have here have storage capacity for 32,000 metric tons of raw sugar. And the milling capacity is 500,000 tons, the largest in the country so far. If you combine the sugar plant here and the one in Lagos, it will be the largest in Africa.
So what would you reckon to be the downsides, the challenges that you are facing so far?
The biggest challenge we have right now is the challenge with Nigerian Ports Authority.
You highlighted the ship berthing on Sunday.
Yeah,
How feasible is that given the current realities on ground?
It's berthing on Sunday because the ship has been outside for up to 2 weeks now. So if not because of the decommissioning of our jetty, that ship would have discharged into the silo. But because they decommissioned the jetty, they are not allowing ships to berth, we have to go and join queue for another terminal outside our own terminal. But they have assured us that Sunday we are going to berth. So already we've lost 2 weeks in demurrage.
So I'm interested in a bit of details on this decommissioning. I do know for a given that the concessioning that we talk about dates as far back as 2006. So what went wrong? Why are we talking an abrupt decommissioning at this time? Was there forward warning?
Yes, the concession actually started in 2006. There are obligations for BUA to fulfill. There are also obligations for the Ports Authority to fulfill. Part of the obligation of the Ports Authority, number one, they have to release the entire lease area to us. As I'm speaking to you now, about 10% of that space has not been released. That 10% space is what we earmarked for these factories. Because our strategy at the concessioning stage was to have an industrial port, just like we have flour mills in Lagos with the factories located inside. So we have to look for alternative space from the Nigerian Railways. This place was actually leased from Nigerian Railways.
If the ship does not berth, this project cannot be hot commissioned as scheduled by the end of the month.
Yes.
Speak to me in what capacity this will impact this production or the commissioning schedule to hold.
When you have a big setup like this, a lot of indirect jobs are also going to be created. Along the value chain, a lot of opportunities are there. Logistics, people are going to do it. Transportation, part of the logistics. Suppliers, food vendors, to create a lot of job opportunities. There will be a lot of technology transfer from the expatriates to Nigerians who are working here. We are a Nigerian company employing so many Nigerians, creating opportunities for so many people. We are ready for dialogue. We are ready for the resolution of the crisis. So many Nigerians are here. 95% of those working here are Nigerians. The 5% are the expatriates who transfer skills to these Nigerians to be able to take over from whatever they have taught them, and also be able to replicate in case we have some Nigerians who will be ready to also build facilities like this.
So what nature of products are we to expect from this plant? Okay,
we are going to expect refined sugar from this plant. We are expecting BUA IRS pasta. We are expecting BUA IRS semolina. We are expecting BUA IRS flour. Those are the products we are going to expect.